How do you break a soldier's understanding of what's possible? You show them 10,000 trucks arriving at once. Late 1943, Soviet-Iranian border. Red Army logistics units had spent 2 years moving supplies the way armies had for centuries. Horse-drawn carts, commandeered civilian vehicles, sheer human labor. It was grinding, exhausting work. For every ton of ammunition that reached the front, another ton was lost to breakdowns, mud, or simple distance. And then came the rumble. At first, the Soviet soldiers thought it was thunder, but the sky was clear. The sound grew louder, a mechanical roar that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Then they saw it. A convoy of American trucks stretching from horizon to horizon. Studebakers, Dodges, GMCs, thousands of them moving in perfect formation like a steel river flowing north. 1 truck, 2 trucks, 100 trucks, 1,000 trucks. The soldiers stopped working. They just stared. 10,000 vehicles in a single convoy. 10,000. Most Red Army units had never seen 10 trucks in one place, let alone 10,000. Private Dmitry Volkov watched the convoy pass his checkpoint for 3 hours straight. 3 hours of uninterrupted vehicles. "We counted until we gave up," he later wrote. "The numbers stopped meaning anything." These weren't crude military transports either. They were beautifully engineered machines, 6-wheel drive, powerful engines, standardized parts. Every truck exactly the same, mass production at a scale that seemed almost supernatural. One Soviet colonel stood at the roadside, jaw slack, as the convoy rumbled past. A political officer asked him what he was thinking. The colonel shook his head slowly. "I'm thinking," he said, "about what the Germans are facing, and I almost feel sorry for them." Because if America could send 10,000 trucks to the Soviet Union in one shipment, and this was just one shipment, what did that mean for the enemy? How many tanks? How many planes? How many shells? The soldiers had been told about American industrial might. They'd heard the speeches, read the propaganda. But propaganda is just words. This was real. A young lieutenant watched the last trucks disappear over the horizon, their dust cloud hanging in the air like a curtain. He turned to his men and said something that would be repeated in Russian units for the rest of the war. "We don't have to defeat the Germans. We just have to survive long enough for the Americans to bury them in steel."